One of the neat things about being an art teacher is inheriting new toys. This is the first school where I've gotten an iron to melt wax. The first school, don't forget some tools, oh, I just dropped the old photos. We've got waffle makers for some reason, a blender for paper mache. I guess this boat was important to somebody. I don't know what these are. I think they're styrofoam cutters. I've never used those before. These old photos were important to somebody a long time ago, but I guess that teacher's not here anymore. But they were important to somebody at some point. What we can do in Photoshop is use all the tools at our disposal to fix a photo. I'm going to let you choose from a variety of photos, and we can use our skill and knowledge to put back together and make it look as good as we can. I know nowadays there's AI tools and AI software like generative fill. We're not going to do that. We're just going to use all the tools in the toolbar and see how good we can make these look. It'll be quick and easy, and we're going to do it just like this. Okay, so let's fix some damaged photos. First, I'm going to go down here to Photoshop and open Photoshop. You can use your own photo to fix up, or you can use the ones from the Canvas assignment. If I go to Google, I go to Digital Art, I go to Assignments, I go to Photoshop 21 Fix a Photo. Here are a whole lot of choices for you, and if you grab it, you'll notice I've already got the white part over here to the right. I did that for all of these pictures that you can fix. Okay, so this is neat. If I right-click this image right here, copy image, that goes to the clipboard of the computer. When I go to File, New, Clipboard should be an option right here, and it looks like it has all the dimensions picked out for me. Create, Edit, Paste, and there's all this extra space that I need. Copy her, drag that over here. I might actually have too much space. Let me crop that real quick. And now I'm ready to roll. Everything I want to do, I want to put in a new layer just in case I mess up. One of your best friends today is going to be this eyedropper tool. When you click the eyedropper tool, it will pick the color of whatever pixel you're dragging over. So to recreate this torn up background, let me eyedropper this. Let me grab a very soft brush. Let me make sure it's nice and big. And let me click there, eyedropper tool here. Let me click here, eyedropper tool here. That actually looks pretty good. Let me eyedropper this part of her picture, get rid of those wrinkles. Okay. Do a little opacity drop right here, and now I can start erasing with my lasso tool at a 1 point pixel. Let me start erasing around her to get rid of the parts that cover up her head right now. Delete this. Bring the opacity back up to 100 on this level, this layer. All right, not too bad. She's got a little damage, paper damage, on her forehead. So with the eyedropper tool, that's huge. With the eyedropper tool, I can cover that up. Eyedropper some of this. Eyedropper some of this. eyedropper some of this. Because this is in its own layer, I can grab my smudge tool also and maybe blend it together better. I don't know if she has a barrette in her hair or not, but I can cover that up. There's paper and wrinkles and distressing in her ponytail. Eyedropper around here, fix that. There's dirt on the paper. Little scratches on her face. And again with my smudge tool, maybe blend those in a little bit better. She's looking pretty good. This looks like a fold or a wrinkle in the paper. Folds and wrinkles down here on her shirt. Folds and wrinkles down here on the paper. I don't know what this is on her neck. But now I can go back and kind of smudge them.
Blend them in.
And even with my eraser tool, if it's a brush, depending on the hardness of the brush, I can go back and make nicer eraser marks. I can merge this layer down. Maybe smudge. Oops. Maybe smudge these wrinkles in her shirt a little bit better. And if I zoom out, it looks like that. File, export as, save it as a JPEG, export. I can call this one Fix a Photo 1. Save and submit that to me in Canvas. But I'm not done. I wanted to show you more examples. So, close her. Save. Fix a photo. Let's fix another picture. Okay, so again, I'm going to go back to Canvas, copy image, Photoshop, new file. There's my dimensions in the clipboard right here. I'm going to go down to Create, Edit, Paste. Okay, copy this layer, drag him over here, and now we are ready to party in a new layer. Eyedropper tool, soft brush, make it big. Eyedropper tool, soft brush. Sometimes as a Photoshop artist, people will ask you to do things like fix an old photo. And this will just be one of the skills you will have in your toolbox. Okay. Lower the opacity, zoom in. I might do a 2-point feather for this guy, especially where his beard gets wispy. Up around his ear, his hair. Bring the opacity back up. All right, we're off to a good start. Okay, every photo is different. Every photo needs its own fixes. So, oh boy, I'm trying to think what's the quickest, best way to fix this. I'm going to make another layer right here. That's the fun with layers, is you can never truly mess up. We haven't talked about the clone stamp tool. Clone stamp. Wherever, and this works just like a paintbrush. There's size. You hold down the Alt button, ALT, and it makes a target. You click the target, and wherever that target was, it will clone stamp it. And if you don't believe me, here's a big brush. If I target his eye and color over here, you can see the little crosshairs duplicating everything I'm drawing over here. So I did that to fix his beard. I definitely do not want to redraw his face. But I'm trying really hard to get rid of this slash that goes across his beard right here. Smaller brush, clone stamp his mustache here, clone stamp over here, gets a dark mustache over here, alt. Okay, so it looks like I've got the paper fold, the slash going across. I'm actually happy with that. I think I'm going to merge this layer down, and now really we just need to fix this part up here. I feel like the smudge tool is going to be our best choice. I'm going to highlight this and make a tiny smudge tool because, a very tiny smudge tool. Because I'm in this lassoed area, I can't really smudge out here beyond. Just like how I recreated the background, I think in a new layer I'm going to want to try and fix his face with the eyedropper tool. And I'm going to go way outside these areas. I'm going to use a very big brush. Maybe even smudge. I can always go back and smudge and erase. A lot of eyedropper, a lot of smudge. All right, not perfect, but pretty good. Now that I have grossly overdone it on my brush tools, and I was creating a whole lot of layers, you can see what I've done here. I want to keep this layer intact, but with my smudger, I do want to try and blend these together. The only thing I really want to cover up is that big old white slash down the photo's face. So every time that shows up, I want to keep as much of the real photo there, but every time that white line shows up, I know that that's what I want to cover up. And again, if you're not sure, you can always change the opacity on some of these things just to see what you're looking through. Okay, I think I'm liking that. What I need to do now is go back with my eraser tool.
Oops.
I need to erase wherever my brush lines went over. I think I'm liking that. Compared to this, I think we've done a much better job. File, export as, fix a photo to. Remember, you only have to do one of these, but I do want to show you one more, the one that my tryhards are doing. This one, oh my gosh. Copy image, Photoshop, file new, clipboard, there's all my dimensions, create, edit, duplicate layer, drag them over here. And some kids have said, oh my, how do you even recreate this? Well, that's actually not as hard as you think. We've got, I'm just going to do one section at a time. I've got her eye right here. If I edit, copy, edit, paste, edit, transform, flip horizontal, I've already, one, part of the battle. I'm sure you can guess the rest. That feels like an accomplishment, already fixing most of her face. Let me merge that down. I may regret that later. But let me see if I can recreate this background first. So eyedropper tool, soft brush, some of that on his shoulder, some of that there, eyedropper tool. That's not bad. Eyedropper tool. All right. That's the background. Boom. Lower the opacity. I'm going to give these guys a 1.5 pixel feather. And now I'm going to meticulously trace around them as fast as I can. All right, bring up the opacity of this background layer. We are already off to a good start. Okay, let's try and fix this guy's face a little bit. With a combination of eyedropper tools and smudgers. Let's see, eyedropper tool there. Eyedropper tool. And brushing. Eyedropper tool. Eyedropper tool. Smudger tools. Here we go. Merge down. That's looking pretty good, kids. I might want to filter and add a little noise. Filter, noise, add noise. I do think I'm going to make believe, make a new hairline right here. Smudge this so it looks imperfect. Okay. I'm going to call him done. Merge down. And now the hard one is this one. Smudge tool. I'm going to try and fix her shawl. Let me copy her. I want to see if I can smudge and maybe fix this part of her nose and her cheeks. Honestly, if I can do that, the rest of this should be easier. White nose. Try and fix up her nostrils. Mixture of smudge tools. That's really not too bad. So if I come over here and grab this part of her cheek and her eye, copy, paste, edit, transform, flip horizontal, drag that over here. She's already starting to come back together and come back to life with a lot of cutting and pasting. I think I'll be able to recreate parts of her face. Edit, copy, edit, paste, edit, transform, flip horizontal. In real life, people's faces are asymmetrical. Even if you don't want to believe it, it's true. Her mouth is not symmetrical in this photo. So I do think that's the best I can do. Merge down. But if I'm not doing great, I'm doing pretty good. This part of her cheek is damaged in the photo. I think if I grab part of her shawl also, Control C, Control V, edit, transform, flip horizontal, I might be able to recreate this damaged part of the photo. I don't dislike that. In fact, with wrinkles and folds like this, it should be really easy to Control C, Control V, edit, transform, flip horizontal. Not bad. Now this photo is grainy, and I know that if I smudge it, smudging it smooths it out. So you do lose some of the grain. Like her forehead up here and her nose is really smooth. But I think for the sake of this assignment, this will work, considering we went from this to this. Once again, File, Export As. I'm going to call this one Fix a Photo 3. Remember, you only have to fix one. The little girl is the easiest one. I believe there's 5 or 6 you can fix on the canvas, but I really just want you to fix the one, so try that. Can't wait to see what you do in Canvas. See you next time. Bye.